that you with another video listen to me before we get started, do not shoot the messenger, okay? So I did a poll on, you know, my website. So speaking of that, if you have not done so already, make sure you are subscribed to my website because we do so much stuff on there. Like, we have so much fun. We have a whole community outside of YouTube on my website. So make sure you subscribe to my website, girls. Anyway, did this poll on my website, all of the hairstylists to give me that one thing that they all wanted people to know. They all wanted consumers to know. And then on the flip side, I also asked everybody that was subscribed, if they were not a hairstylist, what is that one thing that they want every hairstylist to know? So of course the list was so long and this video would be years and centuries long. So I'm going to do 5 things that every hairstylist wants you to know, and I'm going to do 5 things that every client wants their hairstylist to know. Okay, let's get into it. If you are new to my channel, then you're not familiar with this, but if you've been here for a while, you already know what I'm about to say. You are a person that is very, very sensitive, you know, a little curl time, and you are easily offended. If you are easily offended, and this video may not be for you. Number 1, the very first thing that I think every hairstylist would like for people to know: there is no such thing as fitting you in. Can you fit me in? Can you squeeze me in? There is no such thing as squeezing you in, girl. You asking me to double book, but remember, you don't like double booking. All of y'all get mad when a hairstylist has you and somebody else there. But the reality of the situation is, all that happened is somebody called and was like, can you squeeze me in? And they said, okay. Yeah. So it is hypocritical of you to have a problem with hairstylists double booking when you ask a hairstylist to double book for you. Okay, number 2, a trim and a haircut is the same thing, okay? The only difference between a trim and a haircut is the amount of hair that I cut. When I give you a trim, I still have to part your hair in 4 sections. I still have to set a guide. I still have to use a certain level of elevation depending on the type of trim that you need. A trim is a haircut, and the price of a trim may be the same as a haircut depending on the type of trim that you may need. Because you may need the type of trim that requires you to have layers. You may need the type of trim that requires it to all be at a 0. A trim and a haircut is the same thing. So the number 1 time that most consumers ask for discounts is around what, like Christmas, Easter, holidays, right? So I don't know if you guys know this, but hairstylist is kind of their job, and when something is your job, it's kind of something that you do, and then you get money, and then you take that money, and then you pay your car note, and your phone bill, and your rent. So most hairstylists have kids and stuff. So whenever Christmas comes around, people let a call and be like, oh, you doing specials? You got any specials going on or whatever? And by specials, you mean, okay, you normally charge $150 for a weave, but it's Christmas, so I'm gonna do it for $50. Mind you, I got kids. I still got all of the bills that I normally have when I charge my regular prices. But now I also have to buy my kids Christmas stuff. I gotta buy, and oh baby, I got multiple kids. So I gotta buy multiple presents. But I'm working for half of what I normally work for around the time of the year that I need money the most. You guys, discounts, So that's the first part of discounts. Part 2 of discounts is this. Oh, y'all gonna get mad when I say this, but oh well, I told y'all if y'all emotional to turn the video off. Oh well. So you and your personal life has nothing to do with your hairstylist. Getting your hair done is not a dire need. It's not. It's more of a luxury. It's not a necessity. It's not. And hair is not a necessity. It's not a basic necessity like water, lights, and gas and things of that nature. It's not. It's really not. But let me say this. Even though hair is not a basic necessity and a need every day, you think that a hairstylist is supposed to treat it as such. What do I mean by that? If something happens and you don't have no money, you can't call Envy Energy and be like, hey, that's what you call the energy company in Las Vegas. So you can't call Envy Energy and be like, hey, so my baby daddy like lost his job and I'm really not doing that good and I just really want to feel good about myself. I really just want my lights back on. So can you, and I got kids, I got 4 kids and they sitting in the dark and it's cold and I can't cut my heater on because my lights is off, and you give Envy Energy that full story and you tell them your kids is may die of hypothermia. They're not going to cut it back on if you don't have the money. They don't care. So I'm trying to figure out why you think that your your bare necessities for life, like your lights, water, and gas, if you don't have the money, they will let you starve and they do not care. However, you think that a hairstylist is supposed to stand up and work for 3-4 hours for free because you want to feel good? But the Envy Energy people won't even cut your lights on and Momo and them about to pass the hell out. 3, lying to your hairstylist. Now, I know that sometimes it could be embarrassing. I know that sometimes it could be embarrassing if you've messed up your hair before, or if your hair is thinned out because of something you done, I don't know, or a color that you don't remember or that you don't think is a big deal, or if you maybe want to save some money and you don't want to tell your hairstylist that you have previous color on because you're like, oh, she gonna charge me more. There is no escaping that. If you lie to your hairstylist, you are going to be unsatisfied. It's been so many times I've had women come and sit in my chair and they will be dogging their hairstylist, right? That's gonna lead me to the next one. But they'll be dogging their hairstylist. And when the deeper that we'll get into the conversation, the more I will find out it wasn't the hairstylist that did something wrong. For example, there was a woman's like, oh, I went to this hairstylist and I wanted my hair blonde, but then it came out like orange and I was there all day and blah, 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 blah. So at first, the way she told the story, it sounded like the hairstylist didn't know what she was doing. But then the longer you listen to the story, what actually happened was the client lied to the hairstylist. When she asked her if her hair has ever been colored, she told her no. So the hairstylist is thinking that she don't even have to use lightener. She could use a high lift color to lift her hair to the level of honey blonde she wanted it to be, where in reality, she puts black rinses on her hair all the time. What she thought was a black rinse, but it was actually black permanent hair color. She would have told her hairstylist the truth. The hairstylist would have been like, okay, I have to do a color extraction first to get the artificial pigment out, and then I can put on high lift color. But because she didn't have the truth, she didn't have the right tools to work with, so she put the high lift color on and it just lifted whatever it could out of the artificial pigment that the client had put in, and all she was left with was whatever those nasty undertones were. Now she has to do a whole color correction and then the color job she wanted to do. Whereas if she would have just told the client, if the client would have just told the truth from the get-go, they would have been done. Number 5 is like funny but like for real at the same time. So okay, these are 2 different scenarios. So eye contact is okay sometimes, like in everyday life. I know you learn to be respectful and look people in the face, like in the eyes when they're talking to you, but like sometimes it's like really weird. Let me explain. When you get your hair done and stuff and you telling a story, like if I'm back here in the back of your head and you get to a good part of the story, look at me in the mirror while I'm behind you. Don't be, girl, so listen. Could you believe he said, and turn all the way around? Because one or two things gonna happen. Either you gonna get burnt, or you gonna get on my nerves, or most likely, sometimes both. You may get burnt because you getting on my nerves. I don't know, okay? But just look at me in the mirror. Stop moving all the time. And then, I've heard this one before. It was like, I know other people have made videos like this. I don't watch really. I haven't watched any of them, but it's like hairstylists, we go through the same stuff. So if I sound similar to somebody else, it's not because I copy somebody's stuff. We go through the same shit. Like, so anyway, when you get your hair washed, girl, okay. So I'm in your head and I'm washing your hair, right? Don't be looking at me in the face. Like, I'm in your head and I'm like massaging and stuff, and you look at me straight in the face. It feels weird. It feels like something else. Like, it feels like something else is happening. I feel like this is Vegas. I feel like we in a boom boom room and I'm trying to give you happy endings in the back of the massage parlor. I don't like it. Stop looking at me in the face. Close your eyes. When you get your hair washed, girls, close your eyes and relax. Don't be like looking at your client, your stylist, giving her exact eye contact. Because think about it. She be looking away, like, and if she older, she may be like, girl, don't close your eyes, girl. Close your eyes. Stop staring at your stylist in the face, okay? Hairstylist, if I missed anything, leave it in the comments below and we will do a part 2 to this, but we have to move on and get to what clients want hairstylists to know. So, hairstylist, I'm retired now, but I'm still on your team. We're still in this together. So I'm on your side. Like, I'm rooting for you, but number 1 on the phone. Hairstylist, stop being on the phone. Apparently, clients are sick of y'all being on the phone while they're getting their hair done. I had one lady say that she was getting her hair done and the lady is on the phone. Like, the way she described it was like the lady had the phone like this and was sitting down like, girl, you girl, shut up. Put your hand down for me real quick. Hold these rubber bands. Girl, okay, like, stop being on the phone when you doing hair. It's ghetto and you make us look bad. Like, stop doing that. And I've seen y'all do it before. And number 2, like, I'm so embarrassed because number 2 had so many freaking, like, I saw number 2 so many times. Stop eating and doing hair at the same time. And this is coupled with part 2 of this. Stop taking cigarette breaks and then coming back and doing hair. Stop taking smoke breaks, meaning cigarettes or marijuana. There were multiple people with comments of hairstylists doing their hair and coming back and either having hot Cheeto fingers or weed fingers. Or they come back smelling like a whole loud pack. Okay? Now, I don't got nothing to say about y'all smoking weed. We ain't talking about that today. But, like, girl, like, not in between your clients. Girl, do it in the morning or do it at home when you get from work. But not in between clients, or get you some real good soap. And, like, really? Y'all be sticking y'all Cheetos? It was one lady saying somebody stuck they Cheetos in their apron and was like going like this, had a towel right there wiping her hands, the hot Cheeto and the Cheeto sauce off the hands, and then putting her hands in the baby. Schedule a lunch. Schedule your own lunch. Oh. Double booking. This is the area that I like. Of course, I don't think double booking is okay, but I do understand why stylists double book. Most hairstylists double book because most clients stand you up. That is another reason that constituted into me deciding to retire. Being booked up for 4 months in advance and then having 2-3 people stand you up in one day because they forgot about their appointments or whatever the case may be, that can be very frustrating. Even at the height of your career, you still get stood up. People do it all the time. At 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock, most likely that at least one of those people are not going to show up for their appointment. So they'll book 2 people at 10 o'clock, and then some of those days everybody that they booked at 10 come, and some days they don't. Okay, so double booking, no, it is not okay. An online booking system is going to do 2 things. It's going to give you complete and total control over your booking, and it is going to allow you the opportunity to take deposits. And when I say take deposits, I mean it in a very professional way. So not like, okay, here's my PayPal Now link, here's pay me on PayPal. No, set it up through an online booking site that is very, very professional for more than just hairstylists. Okay, and when you set it up that way, whenever people stand you up for their appointments, for them to even be able to book with you, have to submit an e-signature which states that they have read through all of your policy and procedure. They completely understand, and they understand that if they opt out of following any of your policy and procedure, following consequences are in place, i.e. your policy and procedure, you charge the full price of the service, or whatever that case may be. And with that online booking system, you are protected by the law. So when they go to file a dispute with their credit card company, all you have to do is provide the information that you already have from their e-signature document, and it is over. Disputes done. Everything is done, set, and final. So double booking hairstylists, I understand, but most women hate going to hairstylists because they double book. You can stop double booking if you make it so people owe you the money whether they show up or not, because at the end of the day, it is law. If you book 2 hours of somebody's time and they cannot book anybody else because they book you, you still owe them that money whether you like it or not. I'm gonna get some stuff for that, but bloop, there you go. Number 4. Number 4 is going to lead into number 5, which is the reason why I stopped. So number 4, doing things that you are not comfortable with. Please, please, please stop going along with the wave of your industry. What do I mean by that? I just did a video on Instagram taking away the likes and the views. That's going to help a lot with comparing yourself and not knowing who you are and moving along with the crowd. Know who you are. Basically, the 4th thing that everybody said was that everybody's the same. Like, everybody does the same stuff. There's no creativity. Nobody really knows how to do natural hair, and everybody's focused on weaves. You guys, stop being focused on fads, because fads are just that. Build your business on a fad. Your business will die when the fad dies. Know that. If you build your business based on frontals, wigs, and closures, when frontals, wigs, and closures die down, so will your business. But if you build your brand based on you, based on your talent, based on your personality, based on those things that you love, those things that you desire to accomplish, your business will personify who you are, and they will fall in love with you and those things that you create. So that way, when fads die out, you will not. Number 5. Number 5 is attitude. The thing that people talked about the most was attitude. The fact that hairstylists have bad attitudes. I completely understand. At one point, it puts you at that place where you almost hate it. A lot of times, if you meet a hairstylist that has a really bad attitude, the hair industry has beat her down so much emotionally and spiritually and financially and ethically that she probably does hate her job. And her passion, it's one thing to hate your job when you're doing something just for the money, but it's another thing to hate your job when your job is your talent and your passion, because the anger that you have is different. Whenever you hate your job in regular corporate America, this is somebody else's dream. When you're working for somebody else, you're working to bring their dreams to fruition or bring their dreams to a reality. But when you are doing something and you're getting paid for your own passion, hair is a part of who I am. Like, it's a part of who I am. So when who you are is constantly disrespected, the way that you respond to it is a little different. I'm not making excuses for hairstylists, but one thing that I always want to do is always share the things that I've learned, so that way that it can help other people. And that way, maybe if hairstylists can understand where the clients are coming from a little bit more, and the clients can understand where the hairstylists are coming from a little bit more, then that little gap can be bridged a little bit, and maybe there will be more control and more respect. If people can understand that most likely that hairstylist that is upset with the stank attitude all the time has been disrespected for the last 30 years, or she's been nickeled and dimed so much that she has an attitude and she's ready to shoot at everybody. Because you gotta be real, everybody has to take responsibility for this, okay? Hairstylists, people will come to a hairstylist to be like, how much would you charge me for this? You can't walk into Macy's and be like, oh, those some red bottoms, I shop here all the time, how much would you charge me for the red bottoms? They gonna show you the tag. So people take advantage of the fact that they can come to a hairstylist and dump all of their emotions and talk about everything, and they feel really emotionally connected to their hairstylist. But understand, just because you now feel emotionally connected to your hairstylist does not mean that your emotions will not pay her bills. Baby girl, it is a business. Understand that is how she pays her bills, and it is a very reputable business. And ladies, if you control your business and you set the blueprint and you stick to the blueprint, then people will have no other choice but to follow suit. I love you guys so much. If you want more videos like this, then make sure you leave it in the comments below. If you have not done so already, make sure you are subscribed to my website. You guys, it is so important because remember, you know, sometimes you guys are notified when you subscribe and click the bell, but sometimes you are not. Whenever you subscribe to my website, I make sure to send out a notification every time I post there on my website as well, so you're always notified. Follow me on Instagram, girl. I don't know, whatever else I forgot, just, I don't know, leave it in the comments and then we'll address it later, girl, because I gotta go. I love you, girl. Bye, girl. And stop popping your gums, stop having your little Cheeto fingers and your little black and mild, little blunt, little indica, little sativa. I'm guessing this is sativa, girl. If you went outside and it was late and you was tired, you know what I'm saying? But stop doing it in between clients, okay? I love you guys so much, and until my next video, bye, girl.